Hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to a special In the Car review of Raw. So, tonight's episode, you had a couple of, good moments, actually. More than a couple. The show, while not amazing in any way, really, when you consider it for the whole 3-hour format, they did utilize a good portion of this show to promote Braun Strowman. So let's start off. Angle starts off by firing Braun Strowman for what he did last week by toppling the structure on top of Lesnar and Kane. So it was good to see that they had a little bit of a follow-up there, that there were consequences for people's actions. It's not just some fucking stupid show where people just do things and there's no follow-up like there usually is, and if there is follow-up, it's disappointing or just irrelevant shit. So at least they did something. They made an effort to tell a story, which is something they barely do anymore in this fucking company. So Braun Strowman stares at Angle. I would have liked to see Braun just grab Angle right away and toss him, but Angle walks away. Strowman starts walking after him. Security starts escorting him out of the building. Then they cut to backstage and Strowman just destroys the security, slams. Did you notice that like somebody always has to be slammed into one of those metal grates, backstage, or they, there's certain things that they do backstage now that they always have to do. I think he got slammed into that metal shutter. They've been showing that spot since the PG era forever. If you've noticed, they would maybe vary it with the parking lot and shit. And I'm gonna get to that a little bit later on. They did go around the building, but they always got to get that shot of someone has to be tossed into a wall. There's no other way around it. If they're gonna do a backstage brawl, they have to do it that way. It's there's no other way to get around it. Someone's got to get thrown into a wall. Titus Worldwide defeated Sheamus and Cesaro, and I agree with Booker T. I feel bad for Sheamus and Cesaro. Jason Jordan comes out with the distraction. What is this thing that they always do? When somebody loses a title, it's like they do this gimmick where all of a sudden they get turned into ham and eggers. They go on a losing streak. It's okay, so you guys, you lost your titles, and so instead of making them regain their momentum or still making them seem strong like they would have done back in the Ruthless Aggression era or the Attitude era, they go ahead and they just make the guys job out constantly. And they can't maintain anybody's popularity, momentum, or anything like that. It's either got to be they win a secondary title or they go on a losing streak. It's it's either A or B with any wrestler. Nobody's ever allowed to just, lose a title but still remain strong. It's nope, this person's time's up, back of the line. Now it's this person's turn. And that's why nobody gives a shit about this product. Because there's no stars. It's just like a hot potato, basically, with titles. Okay, we're going to give this person the turn with the title. We're not going to put any effort into trying to get this person over. Then go over to the next set of champions. If they wanted to make these guys seem like a real threat, they probably shouldn't be having them lose to guys that have been losing for 2 years already. Now, if they were going to maybe make a serious effort, I've always said this about Titus, that's a different story. But these are just fluke wins. People are just looking at it as embarrassing. Booker T saying, oh, this is embarrassing. So, the thing is, it is embarrassing. And that's pretty much what the gimmick is. Oh, these guys are just losers now. They used to be winners. They used to be champions. But they lost their belts. And so now they're just a bunch of losers. Well, what a gimmick. Yeah, I mean, that takes so much effort and creativity to come up with. Braun Strowman destroyed Kurt Angle's office. He threw a chair at one of the TV screens in the back. So I liked how they kept going back to this. Then we saw Braun Strowman go in the catering, and this was actually like one of my favorite segments. Some people are probably going to say this is a little bit too cheesy, or is a bit too cartoonish. But I thought that it was pretty good. I actually really laughed at this. He puts Kurt Hawkins through a table. He attacked a couple other people who were eating. He flipped over the table. All the food goes flying. Then they show this really nerdy, short guy with glasses holding a chocolate cake. And he's like shivering. But Braun Strowman just comes over and he just paws a piece of cake. And he takes a bite and walks away. I thought that was a nice little touch. And I don't understand this. Like, you see that moment right there? That was like a Ruthless Aggression era. Maybe not Attitude era, but where they would do these funny moments where they would still show, like, we're still cool. We could still write good material that's funny and original, or maybe not original. I mean, that joke's been done before, but I mean, in the context of WWE, we haven't seen anything like that. That wasn't flat out stupid. But it's like those little touches right there. That's what I used to love about WWE tuning into every week, because they would always make me laugh. They would always captivate me. They would take a story. So why are they able to do this? If they're able to write this type of story where Braun Strowman's just, raising hell backstage, why can't they do this with more people? Why does it always have to be, we're going to have like one good moment a year, a good show a year, but then everything else just has to be match, promo, by the numbers, and then we're just going to do stupid shit for the whole year and not give a fuck. But once in a while, they nail a good moment, and this is one of them. And I don't understand why they can't be consistent. You're writing a national television show. I don't understand how the USA Network puts up with this. But apparently, I don't think that USA might be picking them up again. And for people who are denying this, saying, oh, no. Remember, WWE did go with TNN. If you're living in the United States, TNN became Spike TV in most markets anyway. Or I think it was like if you're in Canada, it was TSN. Whatever the case may be, WWE didn't stay on USA Network forever. So these people saying that, they're going to stay on there forever, this is their highest rated show. That might be the case, but, USA is not going to keep them on forever. They didn't in the past, and that's when they had higher ratings. Or, I don't know if they got a better offer or something, back in the day, but, WWE's gone to different networks before. So, they've been with USA for a majority of, Vince McMahon being in charge. But, don't think that they're going to stay on there forever. The rumor about them talking to Fox might be true. I wouldn't be surprised. Cedric Alexander, see, this is how much I remember him. You saw right there how I stopped and had to think. I wrote down Alexander in my notes, and I couldn't even think of the guy's fucking first name. That's how over he is. So he beat Tony Nese with Enzo at ringside. Okay, he's with Goldust. Again, they have to put somebody with someone else who's more talented and charismatic. Instead of doing something with that person in Goldust, he has to feed off of that person's charismatic fumes, because he doesn't have those of his own. He can't get himself over. They've given this guy enough TV time. Just about everybody who's been given TV time has been able to do a little something that makes them seem special. Fuckboy Balor excluded, but the thing is, also with Cedric Alexander, well, Tony Nese is not really doing that much else to really make himself stand out. He's supposed to be one of Enzo's guys. And what happened to Drew Gulak? Did they forget about this guy? Did he get lost backstage somehow? Was he giving a PowerPoint presentation and, and his computer crashed? Is he trying to fix that? Is he on the phone with Microsoft? I don't fucking know. But you know, I don't know about this thing, but Enzo, they've been really just kind of taking a step back with Enzo. I don't know if it's because they're listening to the lame brain YWC fans and, you know, oh, we don't like Enzo. We're still mad at you for taking the belt off of Neville. Hey, guys, I don't know where Neville is right now, but I said for the better part of a year how much I thought Neville should, if Balor was going to be a fucking world champion, I said that Neville deserved the same thing because the guy actually knows how to talk and he actually looks tough despite being a smaller guy. The guy is built like a Greek god. The guy is talented in the ring and he developed a character and he got himself over. He went from being flat out boring to getting himself over with not a lot of help, really. And you could tell because these writers are not exactly very well equipped to give people characters. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Neville did that. But you can't just be mad forever at Enzo. I mean, they wrote that into the storylines that Enzo was to win the belt. Enzo showed a lot of charisma. 205 Live, nobody was fucking watching it. It wasn't getting a lot of appeal. They were even admitting that. They even put out a poll about 205 Live, what people thought of it. And people pretty much responded saying it was shit. That's why they put the fucking title on the guy. It wasn't because, oh, Neville was some horrible person, horrible wrestler and shit, you know, and we need to rally against Enzo because he was taking the spotlight. Enzo is one of the most talented, charismatic guys they have on the roster. And the fact that people don't realize, oh, he's not as good of a wrestler. He doesn't do all the flippy-dippy, stupid-ass shit in the ring. Oh, what? Because he's a safe worker? You know, is that... And Neville's not... is a safe worker as well. I mean, the way he's got injured, as far as I know, you know, since he's been in the WWE anyway. But I don't know. It's like, you know, they were having him cut promos with Kurt Angle in the middle of the ring. They were putting him in main events. And now all of a sudden he's just, okay, I understand that he's injured. Also, this goofball, you know, made this guy almost go fucking blind in one eye last week by fucking kicking him as hard as he could. And after the whole Sasha Banks fiasco, I don't even know, you know, why they're not taking that more into consideration about these fucking kicks. And we're still seeing like fucking stiff ass shots and stuff. All right, I could go on forever. Backstage, Braun Strowman flipped over a semi tractor trailer, which is funny because if you look at it on YouTube, they say that, you know, he destroyed a production truck. That's the title of the video. No, he actually just went inside and just kind of threw a couple of things and didn't really hurt anybody, which was a bit confusing. I thought he was going to smash some stuff in the truck, but I guess it's like Kurt Angle said, that stuff is worth $12 million or however much he said it was worth. So I guess they, for the first time, and you know, the first time ever, they didn't want to destroy anything. I guess this is part of their budget cuts. You know, they already cut out the pyro. They could have had Braun destroy a couple of things in the truck or have a couple of indie guys pose as, you know, production people. But it was weird how he attacked security, but he wouldn't attack, and he attacks everybody in catering, but not anybody in the production truck. So they try to call him off, and then he flips over the semi. The thing about this part is, though, he just did the ambulance just a few months ago, or actually, I think that was more than half a year ago, actually. It just seemed a lot sooner. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It really kind of could be patched into the whole idea of Braun just going on a rampage backstage. So, you know, they did reuse something in the same year, you know, length of time. So, you know, I'm not really going to be too hard on them because I'm happy that they were doing something cool backstage. So I'm not going to really complain there. But they did just do that this year. Then Braun Strowman comes back out. He looks at the announcers. He grabs Michael Cole. Michael Cole, you know, he's selling. He goes, ah, or something like that. And how about Michael Cole's acting? Oh, my God. 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 This is why I said Michael Cole should have never stopped being a heel announcer. For all the people that complained about Michael Cole being a heel, do you really like him better now as a face? I think there was a lot of people happy about it. So he takes Cole, he tosses him off the stage right into security. So, you know, they did protect Cole. It wasn't like he just threw him off the stage. You know, when I came home from work and I saw he tossed him off the stage, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, after the whole Paige thing, you're going to be chucking fucking people like that off stages? The funny thing is, after this, so that was, you know, that was a cool moment. Obviously, they picked Michael Cole. I wouldn't have mind seeing that Tool Corey Graves being tossed off the stage, too. You know, Tom Phillips is standing by. Problem with that. Tom Phillips is a SmackDown guy. Oh, Brad, but Corey Graves is on SmackDown, too. This is the thing. So you're trying to tell me that these are two separate brands, even though it's obvious that everybody knows that they're both under the WWE umbrella, the WWE shows, but we're going to pretend like they're two separate companies. Under Siege and all this shit. And Tom Phillips just happens to be hanging around backstage. So Raw and SmackDown, we hate each other. You know, we're going to talk trash to each other at Survivor Series on commentary. And now we're friends. Yay! Ha-ha! Frolic through the flowery meadows. You got to be fucking joking here. I mean, Tom Phillips is backstage at a Raw event. His brand, SmackDown, which he is the lead commentator of, invaded Raw mere months ago. Brad, it's fake. I know, but it's a TV show. I mean, this is the same thing of, you know, of not having consistency with any TV show on TV. It's like The Walking Dead. It's like, you know, we come back from the mid-season finale and Negan and Rick are like fucking having a picnic together. I mean, it's fucking horrendous. It's fucking stupid. I'm sitting there watching. Oh, I'm suspending my disbelief. Fuck my disbelief. Fuck that shit. I know it's fake, but you can at least make an effort to have it make sense. Brad, calm down. It's just Tom Phillips. I know, but it just shows. It shows that, look, you're doing something good, but they just can't be consistent. They're doing something good with Braun Strowman, but they just can't be consistent. And Braun Strowman gets rehired. He said Kurt Angle comes out and says that he's been rehired, but, you know, he tosses Michael Cole off the stage. Tom Phillips comes out. Nia Jax and the female Nakamurphy have a match. And they stop the match. Oh, Brad, you know, I don't watch wrestling anymore. So you're basically saying that they stopped the match because obviously Nia Jax, this big 300+ pound woman, probably fucking destroyed Asuka's Japaneseness, right? Fucking left her like a sushi roll in the middle of the fucking ring, like a flattened sushi roll, right? She looks like fucking seaweed, right? No. No. They stopped the match and awarded the win to Asuka. This little girl beat Nia Jax. And this is one of the reasons where I said I really started to dislike Asuka in NXT. Was her feud with Nia Jax. I gave her credit for her unique look, the colorful outfit, you know, the smile and all that shit. I've made fun of her in the past, but I said she tries to be unique at least. I give credit where credit's due. I always do that here in these videos. But for God's sakes, I said that she no-sold Nia Jax during their whole NXT match that they had, whatever it was, TakeOver Brooklyn, TakeOver Shrooklyn. I don't know what event it was at. I've talked about it in the past numerous times. And here we go again with them having Asuka make Nia Jax look bad. Now, they booked this finish. But I'm saying, it's like, okay, so I shouldn't be mad at Asuka because she don't write the storylines. But it's just, seeing her involved in this situation pisses me the fuck off. That they are so much on the side of Asuka, but not on the side of Nia Jax. They still make her look bad. Even though Nia Jax is the more believable of the two. Far more believable. To have it like, oh, I'm Nia Jax and my knee hurts. Ooh, and she's supposed to be a fucking monster. And they're making like, oh man, she can't keep up with Asuka because she's just so vicious. She's the female Nakamurphy. I mean, that's fucking stupid. That is probably the dumbest fucking thing I have seen them do with Asuka, having her beat Nia Jax in that fashion. It ain't just a pin. If anything, it actually makes Nia look worse than if she got pinned or tapped out. Because it's like, oh my God, Asuka's so tough that they had to fucking stop the match. People will defend it so Brad, it's a match stoppage. It's not like, it actually makes her look worse. Don't defend it. Please do not defend that fucking shit. Enzo checks on Nia Jax backstage. Nia Jax barely responds, which is very weird. They just hang on that camera angle for a while. The Revival beat 2 jobbers, and I will say this. Forget about the jobber shit and all that, you know, okay, what a pointless match. The Revival returned like 3 weeks ago, but we're only remembering that they're there again. But they, you know, the weird one, Charlie, she comes up to the Revival and asks them, you know, which legends are you most excited to see? Which is a weird question, but I like the response. How they says they don't have respect for the New Age Outlaws. They don't have respect for Stone Cold because they're entertainers and they're professional wrestlers. That is the first time I heard them say professional wrestlers in a long fucking time. And it's not that. You guys know that I'm more of a sports entertainment fan. I like the glitz and glam. I'm the WWE fan. I've, you know, talked against a lot of these companies that try to say, like, remember TNA? Oh, we're pro wrestling. We're not sports entertainment like the other guys. Fucking nerdy ass bastards. But the thing is, I like this promo that they're basically saying, well, you know, we're not going to say we're better than these people, but we're wrestlers. You know, we're not going to steep us. I like that they kind of put that into context. Like, you know, that they're like admitting right there, like, we're not going to try to have a character and everything. Because let's face it, these guys are not very charismatic. But if they're going to try to sell this idea that they're like pro wrestlers, I kind of like where they're headed. Where they end up with this is a different story, but I like where they headed in this promo, and they sounded good and they sounded believable, which made me a little bit happy. And I've said in the past, I don't see what people see in these guys. They're decent in the ring. But that promo right there, that sounded, once again, creative, tried to do something different here. I like that. Elias introduced the Miz to Raj. What is Elias doing? I mean, honestly, I don't understand what the fuck they're doing with Elias. So this guy takes Roman Reigns to the limit. He impresses everybody. He shows, he silences the critics. He silenced Meltzer Magoo. There's nothing that really stands out about Elias. And the guy had like one of the best matches like the whole fucking year with Roman Reigns, and somehow he wasn't getting ample credit for his in-ring work from Magoo. I don't understand that. But anyway, the thing is, you know, they haven't been having this guy do anything. It's almost like he's being punished. They've been putting him at the wayside ever since that match with Roman. They're doing absolutely nothing with the guy, and I don't really understand why. If anything, the guy should be rewarded. He shouldn't be penalized for what did he do? Why are you treating him this way, where he's just merely being relegated to the announcer for The Miz? Roman Reigns defeated The Miz to Raj. You know, I don't get it. You know, Roman Reigns should be doing so much more on this show than facing off against The Miz to Raj. I mean, Roman should be like a centerpiece of this show. And I don't say, oh, Brad Braun. I know, but most of the time, he's not. And I don't know if it's because they're listening to the goofs on the internet, but Roman's just capable of so much more. You know, instead of just having him, we already know he was going to win here. Neville defeated Sasha Banks, the most dangerous worker in WWE, and I was happy to see this. I'm kind of hoping that they do fucking punish Banks by having her job out constantly. I mean, I think that they should probably, maybe not fire her like, you know, some people were saying. She is responsible, I believe. She should be held accountable, just like Seth Rollins, just like Kenta, just like anybody else that's injured other people in WWE, at least demote her to NXT. At least do that. Send her back down to the minor leagues. Show her that it's not okay to end other people's careers. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about this thing in a minute right here, because we're going to get to the main event, and that's where I'm probably going to lose it. I'm going to lose my composure here in this video, so just get ready for that. So, you know, I like Neville. I like her look. I like her upside, you know, and she just, she dominated Banks in this match. So, Neville looks more believable than the fucking fruit roll-up hair of Sasha Banks anyway. So, you know, you guys know I did, for a fair amount of time, praise Sasha Banks. But the thing was, as time went on, you saw that I noticed her one-dimensional character. Her being the boss. She was just an entrance, basically. And she doesn't have what an Alexa Bliss has, doesn't have what a Charlotte has. And let me get this straight. Guys, you know, somebody said in my comment section for my Paige video, oh, you're just a big fan of Paige, so you're just going to defend Paige to the end, and you're going to blame everything on Sasha Banks, which isn't fair. Guys, listen back to my videos. I've praised Paige in the past, but not to the level of a Charlotte or an Alexa Bliss. I praised those girls to the moon. I don't think that Paige is really up there with Charlotte, but she still has a look to her. She's still talented. She's still good on the mic, and I still said that Paige could have went places. It doesn't matter whether I'm a fan of Paige or not. I've said this in the past. It doesn't matter who I'm a fan of. If you injure somebody, it doesn't matter if it's fuckboy Balor. Guys, don't I tear apart Seth Rollins for taking almost a year off of Balor's career? And I don't like Balor at all. But I still defend the fuckboy against Rollins injuring him, because it ain't right. And I said that Rollins should have been held responsible for what he did that year. Woken Matt Hardy defeated Heath Slater. Where was Bray Wyatt this week? You know, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, I guess he took the week off, right? You know, even Eater of Worlds have to take weeks off, I guess. Guess he went on a vacation, right? Anyway, okay, so I thought that they were doing something with Heath Slater, right? Well, didn't Rhino said he's going to show them how they could get their killer instinct back so they could get more opportunities from Kurt Angle. They showed a video package with Goldberg, which was very well done. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. Now it's time for the main event. And now it's fucking rant time, motherfuckers. So, fuckboy Balor is put back in the ring with Seth Rollins for the first time on television since he fucking injured the man. Seth Rollins at SummerSlam back in 2016 did a buckle bomb, a power bomb, sending Balor into the corner, bouncing off the turnbuckles, injuring his shoulder, and the guy didn't return to wrestling until after WrestleMania in 2017. So, you know, and this was just not even a year after he ended the career of a legend. We talked about the Hall of Fame with Goldberg just a moment ago. Sting, another Hall of Famer. He ended Sting's career. And then he almost gave, you know, Balor could have had such a bad injury, he might have had to end his career. He might have fucked up his shoulder so bad, you know, that he wouldn't have been able to return to the ring. But that was not the case. He did end up returning, but the fact still remained, Rollins took years off of his career. He took, you know, probably. I mean, once you give somebody that bad of an injury and they got to take so much time off, chances are they're not going to come back at the same level that they were in the past. Okay, so that's neither here nor there. We know that he injured him. So, what move returns? The curb stomp. It's back. And not even a week has went by that Paige's career was brought to a screeching halt at the hands of an unsafe amateur in Sasha Banks. And WWE is reinstating a move that they themselves deemed unsafe. So the GTS, you know, let's like Kent is still use it, I guess. I've heard rumors that maybe they're considering banning it, but I doubt it. You know, I doubt that they're going to ban that move. Sasha Banks doesn't face any repercussions. Seth Rollins is injured. Cena, Sting, and the guys in the ring with on this very night. So, you know, he's injured 3 big stars. No consequences. No actions taken against him. No demotions. No nothing like that, right? The guy's still winning titles. He's still featured prominently on the show. And they reinstate the move that they considered to be, you know, and the thing is, it's a kick, too. Which is the same move that ended Paige's career. And they themselves said it was dangerous. How bad does this make them look that they are actually reinstating a move that they deemed dangerous? And one of their top stars, Paige, just went down. And she's not coming back. I know that people say, oh, it's not been officially confirmed yet. Yeah, her career is over, guys. The doctors are not letting her back in the ring. It's more in the rumor at this point. It is pretty much confirmed. They are probably embarrassed, WWE, that another wrestler has to end their career prematurely. I mean, it's like a Daniel Bryan nightmare once again. We have to say goodbye to another wrestler who's even younger than Bryan, 25 years old. And her career is already over because of another wrestler that doesn't know how to work safe in the ring. And, you know, you guys are just fine with that, right? Everyone said, oh, Brad, you know, it's not her fault. Stop blaming her. You're supposed to take care of your opponent in the ring. It's fake. It's a work. It's not real. This isn't the UFC. This isn't the MMA. If you want to hit people as hard as you fucking can, you go in the MMA. You don't try to do real shit in a wrestling ring. I'm not sure why you people don't seem to really understand it. You can't really comprehend that, can you? Not really too sure why. I mean, I hope you guys know that it's fake. I really hope that you do. But, I don't know, guys. So anyway, he beats him with the curb stomp. They reinstated the move. A dangerous move. Just hot off the heels of somebody's career being ended forever. You know, I mean, this is disgraceful. This is in such bad taste in every way. What really more can be said? A lot more can be said in future videos to answer that fucking question. This has been your Raw review, and your YWC champ is signing out.